I had a head-on collision with a big truck. I was in a small vehicle, and I was stuck in the car. They had to cut me out of the car. I took the steering wheel in the chest, and I had concrete pads in the back for weight in the snow. It was snowing out, and they came through the back window, and they hit me and compressed me into the steering wheel. And then the emergency brake pedal came up through the floor and snapped my leg in two places. I went through intense therapy for about 5 years. During that time, I was still dealing with severe back pain and shoulder pain, not knowing where it was coming from. So I decided to come back because I was being treated by another hospital at the time. I decided to come back to MidJersey Orthopaedics because I had a relationship with them before, and they right away found out there was a problem. They brought me in and did some EKGs, EMGs, and all kinds of tests, and found out that my nerves were inflamed. The other doctor had referred me to Dr. Salam, who started my case, and she started working with me intensely and discovered that there was something more there that they weren't seeing. She was actually the first doctor that had ordered any intense CAT scans or MRIs. As soon as I came here and had the MRIs, her and Dr. Varadia both discovered that I had a hairline fracture, and from what they could see, that there was no way to fix it without surgery. So at that point, they had scheduled me with a recommendation and a referral. I'd scheduled the surgery in 2009. During the surgery, they discovered I had 2 more hairline fractures than they originally thought. So it turned out to be a 21 to 27 hour surgery, give or take. And then I was in 6 months of recovery before I could even really walk again without assistance. And the pain just had never gone away. I was better. I could stand up. I could sit up, but I couldn't walk too long or stand too long. So I returned back to Dr. Salam. The surgeon basically washed his hands of me and said, "There's nothing more I can do for you. You need to go to pain management." And I started back with Dr. Salam in January of 2010, and I've been with her ever since. I've been coming about every other month or so, getting injections. It relieves the pain immediate. It's a night and day difference. I can't explain it, except when I walk in, sometimes I can't even stand up, and when I leave, I feel like I could go play basketball. Just recently, I had an injection a week ago today. When I came, I couldn't even sit in the car on the way here. I was so miserable, and she gave me an injection in my sciatic nerve, and the pain before I left the operating table was gone. It's that intense, and that works that well. This is the longest I've been pain-free, believe it or not. It's only been 12 days, but I'm feeling really good, and I'm hoping this is a sign of what's going to happen. The follow-up visits here, they call me at home to see how I'm doing. I had injections last week at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock the next morning. They called me to see how I was doing. Every single time I get an injection, every time I come here, the next day somebody follows up. I had a problem where I went on vacation and I left my medicine home. I called after hours, and within an hour somebody called me back and called in my medicine for me. So I mean, the service here to me is better than anywhere I've ever been. I sold my Yankees tickets, I sold my Giants tickets, I sold everything because I couldn't walk the parking lots, I couldn't get in the chairs, I couldn't get up to the seats. I gave up all the things I enjoyed, and now I feel like I'm going to be able to get back into doing that, hopefully. So there's been some definite relief from all this.